welcome to our CARE podcast, because Corona ain't ruining everything. As a way to bring additional content and to get to know some of our speakers and state leadership, we've set up a limited series podcast for you to enjoy at your leisure. I hope this podcast finds you well. If you're watching it or listening to it all at once, I hope you're enjoying the binging effect that it is, or if you're taking the time and listening to them one by one as they have been laid out for you in our schedule. I just hope that this finds you well. Today we are joined with the CPRS President-elect, Tom Hellman. Tom is a recreation manager with the City of Folsom and has served in many different capacities with CPRS. Tom is known for serving on district boards and section boards, and now on the California Park and Recreation Society Board of Directors. Welcome, Tom.
Well, hello, Tamara, and hello, Region 1. How is everybody?
Thank you so much for joining me this afternoon. We're recording this 2 weeks beforehand. So we get a chance to chat with you today and learn a little bit more about you.
Perfectly.
Thank you. Fantastic. Anything else you want to tell us about the city you work for, your current role within CPRS, what that looks like for you right now?
Yeah, so City of Folsom, outside Sacramento, in Sacramento County. It's a great city. I've lived here for the past 15 years, so it was great to be able to transition and become a city employee about 3 years ago now. So now I can live, I can work, and I can serve in the community in which I reside in. My kids can benefit.
What do you think is the most challenging part in your role with the public sector?
So this is my first stint at a city. Before that was all with a special district.
Oh.
So I'm finding there's still to be challenges, even coming up on 3 years here in the city, of just the understanding of the city municipality. It's not always grass greener on the other side, whether it's city or special district, but it's different. We're a full service city, so that means the pie is a lot bigger, and the slices seem to be either smaller or bigger depending on which department you're in. Versus at the special districts I was at, it was Parks Recreation. So the pie was different.
Do you want to do a quick 30-second? Tom tells all about a district versus a city, because I think we may have some folks that may be listening that I think we always hear about special districts, but how are they truly different?
How are they truly different? Yeah. So I've had the pleasure of working for both a community service district and also a Parks and Recreation district or a special district. And both of those are different in their own ways, because a community service district has more services provided to that community than just your local Parks and Recreation district, which is just your parks, your recreation services and facilities. So obviously in the latter model with just Parks and Recreation, you have two services that you're providing: park development, park maintenance, park operations, trails, open space. And then you have your recreation service side of things, which could be your facilities, your programs, the different services that we are all accustomed to providing. And that's the services you provide. And then your funding is allocated to those two service areas. In a community service setting, you have additional services. You could have fire, you could have water or garbage or sewer attached to it. And some other services as well, just depending upon it. So then obviously more services, the pies are different slices, and funding is allocated as such. Then you go to a City of Folsom, full service city, public safety, environmental wastewater, public works, finance, parks and recreation, community development. And obviously, all those services are critical to any city, and especially here at Folsom. And those allocations are different, and the reasons behind them are always different. And then the work you provide is different, because in Folsom, what I've really learned and what I love is there's so many outside organizations that partner with our Parks and Recreation Department to provide services, to provide opportunities to youth, adults, and everybody in between. That it's just not us providing it, but it's a collaboration. And that's been very exciting to get to know and work with alongside as now an employee here.
Well, thank you. Thank you for enlightening all of us and sharing those tidbits. I think it's I've only worked for municipalities, and so to hear the differences between the special districts and community districts, did I have that right? uh,
Community Services District, yeah.
community service districts. It's really
CSD.
helpful because then you can see the differences between them all and you can recognize them as well, especially when you meet somebody new or when you're at a social or you're in a talk and you're hearing folks speak on those topics. So
Yeah.
look at that little bonus question in there anyway.
Look at that bonus. Yeah.
I like it. If you could change something about your current role, what would it be?
I'm going to stay away from anything related to funding, and I think just the role I would change would just be I'm big about cultural as far as it comes to what's the culture in your organization, what's the culture in your work groups. And so it just be that opportunity to develop a sense of, obviously, we're creating something for a better tomorrow. Mm-hmm. We're collaboratively working together rather than siloed in our workplaces for the services and the programs we work towards. So that, what one person does within the department isn't just that one person or that one area or division or whatever you want to term them, or program area that's seen success, but it's everybody contributing to that success. It's not about who's ahead first or who's falling behind. It's about, are we doing it together and we moving forward? Mm-hmm. And I think, everybody has those different things, but at the same time, I was the first outside hire into this role in the better part of 15 years. Mm. So the opportunities I had as far as just observing and understanding, I really took my patience with, and I took understanding to get a better understanding as to, what has been going on here, what is going on here, so that way I can help in the most productive manner. And it's not about, a light switch or a change or a new philosophy, if you will, or we're going to stop doing that and instead go over here and do that type thing. It's just about the little impacts that I can hopefully do in the way that I approach it and kind of talk to everybody about it, is where I feel I've been most effective, and kind of the little bit of things that I have been able to, if you will, change.
So impacting change through culture.
Yeah.
Doing culture shifts. I like it.
Yeah.
Prior to COVID, what was the biggest stretch, opportunity, or job you had done beforehand, and what was the
outcome? So coming here to Folsom in the role that I was in as what was hired in as Community and Cultural Services Manager, that later expanded into encompassing recreation into that with consolidation. I am tasked, and still am tasked, with the management and the project oversight of the Johnny Cash Trail Art Experience. So that was a very, I'm still running on that trail, just trying to understand it to the degree that it was left in my capable hands, as a public funding fundraising, to fundraise for art, to fundraise for places that people contribute to this art, that will adorn the trail that's already been created. And actually, through COVID, we have seen like a 300% increase in our trail use of the Johnny Cash Trail. So people know the trail. People know that they like to walk the trail, bike the trail, dog walk the trail, whatever you can do on the trail, they're doing. But what they're missing is the art that has already been master planned for, designed, that isn't there because of funding. So it was difficult before COVID to fundraise, and the total estimate is about $8 million. But to do one art node that we're trying to do is roughly around 350,000. So getting slow, we're making progress, but at the same time, during this time, it's kind of tough to be soliciting funds when everybody is not giving those funds out.
Absolutely. And finding the ways to find that revenue is different right now too, as well.
Okay. Yeah. So, but I've been able to, and the stretch opportunity has come because it's it's obviously politically driven to a degree. It's public recognition. There's fans of Johnny Cash. There's fans or people that are not fans of Johnny Cash, whether it's for music or whether it's for what he believed in while he was walking this earth, and about his prison reform and why he did a concert at Folsom State Prison, why he did a concert for the prison inmates. and those types of things. So it's, for me, it was like awesome. I get to find out about an American icon,
Right.
really outside of his music.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have a great relation with the John R. Cash Trust, a national trust organization that's out of Nashville that we work with. And so it's been great to work with them. So it's expanded some opportunities.
What a unique opportunity to kind of have that connection to an American legend. That's very cool.
Yeah.
I mentioned that question because there's several sessions that are with us at the CARE conference that talk about stretching and talk about, talk about like the tasks that you're assigned to do or other duties as assigned or how best to kind of work through, how best to work through your role. And it's really, there's a session about showing up. And I think that it's really important that especially through the conference that folks are able to listen and hear what our sessions are saying and how to best position themselves through the COVID-19 corona pandemic. So that way everyone can be ready. Opportunities may not be available in positions or in areas of to move up necessarily, but being able to really position yourself well is something that we as a district and as a region want to make sure that the membership is doing. Tom, thank you so much for your time. I've got a couple of rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Here we go. Here we go. And my rapid fire means rapid fire. Like, here we go. So first thing that comes to the top of your mind. Here we go. Number one, best day camp song.
Never attended day camp, but it would be Squirrel, Squirrel, Shake Your Little Tail.
Area of recreation you haven't yet worked in.
I would probably say, even though I oversee it right now, I haven't really dove into senior centers and senior programming.
Okay. Favorite restaurant you've ordered from during the shelter in place?
We have a local favorite here in Folsom that I would recommend anybody. That would be Back Bistro.
Oh, when you are not working, you can most likely be found where?
Two places, either on the trail running or outside getting my exercise, or probably with the kids and family doing some level of that outside at the park when we're allowed to and able to. I've had kids learn to ride their bikes during the pandemic, so that's great. So, a little bit of everything.
Baseball or football?
Football.
Tacos or burgers?
Tacos.
In-N-Out or White Castle?
In-N-Out.
And last but not least, Starbucks or Pete's?
Starbucks.
All right. Tom Hellman, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. It's been
Thank you.
Thank you for being one of our podcasters for today. Anything else you want to share with us about to the membership of Region 1, Districts 1, 2, and 3? That we'd like to
I would just piggyback on your last statement there, Tamara, which with regards to, don't look at this as an opportunity of what you can do to be moving up or finding an opportunity to be promoted or position yourself for something. Look at this as an opportunity to diversify and to find opportunity, just because it's going to provide you with skills and experiences that you probably wouldn't have normally been given that opportunity. I think now is that time. I think we've shown and demonstrated that we are jack of all trades and masters of none. We are chameleons when we're at our very best, and we adapt and we overcome and we do things that not a lot of people are willing to do. So I would continue that. I would ask that you all be open-minded to those opportunities and just be respectful to the fact that, you might be asked to be doing something. You're going to go, why the heck am I doing this? And this has nothing to do with Parks and Recreation. It's because someone believes in you. Oh. That's why they're asking you.
Oh, yes. We are the chameleons. We are a field of chameleons.
Yes.
Tom Hellman, thank you so much. Greatly appreciate it. Everyone, I hope you have a great day and you've enjoyed listening to this limited series podcast. We look forward to having you join us on another episode very soon. Have a great day, everyone.